you ever think about increasing this gym? Or no?
It's too big now.
It's too big now?
Yes.
So you want to...
Our government is too big. There's a ton of waste in our United States government.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of waste in my gym.
Yeah.
My gym is supposed to, you come here and to break world records.
Yeah.
You just don't come here and just be
so.
Yeah.
Is he still active?
He is, yeah. He trains here at nights. That guy's a monster. Like, just one of the biggest human beings like you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, so I want to say that's the one he just broke in that super heavyweight where he got 30-14.
30-14.
Which is, I mean, the heaviest ever, literally.
Yes, it must be.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let's go! Fuck yeah!
But you got sort of like names from some of the guys that trained here back when the gym really first started, and you know, are like kind of like the lifeblood for why this place is what it is today. Like Vogelpohl right there, Chuck Vogelpohl. Yeah. He's, you know, one of the best squatters of all time. I mean, as you can see, like he's probably got multiple names on this board. Amy Weisberger, Laura Phelps. I think Laura Phelps had 54 world records, if I'm not mistaken.
54 world records?
54 world records, man. Like one of the strongest people of all time.
Oh, look at that. She's like 1770.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
18?
Yes.
1800?
Yes, yep. And then when you...
This is in numbers more than 800 total in kilograms.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and that's, you know, if you look at the weight classes are sort of like all along the top there.
Yes.
In terms of pounds, so like, you know, I mean, she was thrown up
1,800
pounds at 165.
It's about 75 kilograms.
Yeah. Yep.
This is insane. This is 11 times body weight.
Yes. Yes.
Something like that.
Absolutely.
Yes,
and
it is. Actually.
Unique piece of equipment was made by the Matt Brown, a UFC fighter who's trained out of this gym. Is this wheelbarrow right here? Literally this plate-loaded wheelbarrow. This is good for grip. I mean, we'll have the fighters go out the warehouse door there and take that for a spin around the building. You know, you can do shrugs with it. I mean, this thing's amazing.
So you have sleds. Actually, you have a lot of equipment in here that's custom made, and it exists only once in the world, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think they sell this wheelbarrow now.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But you know, we've got like all sorts of stuff like Zercher harnesses.
Oh.
This one being like kind of a...
Look at that, huh?
Front plate loaded, like this. Call it
like the movie... From Dusk Till Dawn.
No. What was it? This,
oh, there is something like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, this giant dildo machine right here.
You know, we...
Seven?
I know what you're talking about.
I fucks the girl.
Yeah. Yep, that would be that. That's that right
That's
there.
that.
From the movie, right?
You know, this is one of the... actually, we built, I think, the first Austrian sled back then in 2005.
Yeah.
And I watched, I think 2005 is when YouTube came up, and I watched one of the first videos I watched was something about Westside, you know?
Sure.
And they had the sled, and I just had photos, and I gave it to a blacksmith, and he made it out of the photo. And
wow.
Look at it. It looks the same like this one. It looks, we had three things like that here, and it looks completely the same, man. I'm amazed how good he made it. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta believe that's one of the older pieces of equipment in
Yes.
this gym.
Looks like ours.
Yeah.
kill them all.
That's right. Let God swarm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
So this is the, you said this is the kind of famous powerlifter where the strong guys are squatting.
So I mean, you know, the guys who are squatting the most weight in this gym will be throwing like every single one of these bands on in addition to their squat. And I mean, I think this past week, I want to say I saw 1,100 to 1,200, like at the top, top of the squat, like down to a box and up with a straight bar with 1,200 pounds of band tension towards the top. Like, I mean, and that's just a Friday here. You know
and you
I mean?
told me that this was a kind of Circa Max dynamic effort method.
Yes,
so
exactly.
we are not talking about the max effort.
No.
In which year did you start with the bands?
What year? Early, about 90.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey.
I was the first one to use bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that
you ever seen Super Training?
Yeah, yes.
You see, what's it called? Combination of methods training.
Yes.
And you see a picture of me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why that picture's in there, because I'm the one that started. I started chains, and then and here again, I used chains for 3 years. 2 old men told me about these chains. One from New York and one from Georgia, 2 states here. I said, well, hell, it makes a lot of sense. I started hooking on. We made a lot of progress. We did it for a year and a half. We went to 3 meets, broke all kind of records, and then I wrote about it.
Yeah.
And then a guy told me at Liberty University, Dave Williams, a coach, a football coach, said, Louie, you come visit us all the time. He said, Louie, tell me what did these bands, and I'll pay you. I said, well, I don't make money, but what band? I never heard. I'd always heard of the Russians would say you got to use bands or boards. But what are they talking about? Bungee cords? That ain't you know, as strong as we were. So he brings these bands down to Columbus, actually, at a basketball seminar, and I put the bands on my shoulder and said, I got to have these bands. So I started using bands a year and a half later, after 3 meets, and we just destroyed stuff. I wrote about that. And that's why I object to people writing stuff every day, and they don't have any credentials behind them. You know, like I said, we broke about 140 all-time world records with over 30 all-time world record holders in this gym.
You know, it's no secret though. I mean, there's tons of articles and stuff Louie's written, and it's all the information is out there.
It's out there.
And, you know, that's how these guys are able to, you know, really prime themselves and get ready for a meet. They've done it so many times. I mean, you saw the board. How many world records have been broken by doing that kind of stuff? So.
And here we have I already used it, or tried it. This is the Mars bar.
Yep.
We tried to get it for our gym, and now we hopefully get it.
That's right.
But this really feels super cool. And you said that it's perfect for good mornings, for example.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
It felt, you know, actually I hate good mornings, but I tried this bar, and it felt like a different exercise than with the normal bar. It 100%. Felt like I don't know why, but I didn't felt my back at all. I just felt my hamstrings.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I can't understand why, but it is the way it is. I mean,
for sure.
Of course, I can explain it because of the resistance curve, blah blah. But I never thought that it makes such a big difference.
100%. With the weights these guys are having on their backs every day, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. You know, every day putting like a high bar. You know, on their neck with like 800 pounds for good mornings and stuff. So this one is able to take like all that pressure off the spine.
Yeah, this is
and crazy. So that's why, I mean, I want to say Burley Hawk, who's one of the strongest raw powerlifters, also one of the strongest human beings I've ever seen in my life. He hit, I don't want to misquote it, but something close to like 865 with the Mars bar.
Oh, really?
On a good morning.
On a good morning?
On a good morning, yes. 865,
yeah, I have to, you know, I have to calculate it. 865 is about 392 kilograms.
Yep.
Good morning?
Good morning. and you probably hit it for like 3 or 4, you know what I mean, which is insane.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, you know, using, I think that cambered bar right there, I think he hit 805 pounds off like a concentric only suspended one.
He's suspended on chains.
Yep, suspended. Yep. And he just was able to rip that up, which, I mean, you know, that's unbelievable.
I'm so excited to use all this equipment. You know, this is we were talking about it. This is a kind of floor press bench.
Yeah.
But you don't have to get on the floor,
Nope.
which is actually it is a problem for the bigger guys. You know,
Sure.
because getting off the floor is is much more, you know, exhausting
That's
than
right.
bench pressing.
100%.
And
The cool thing with that too is, you know, for a floor press, it's sort of hard to put like a lot of band tension on it, just given because you're on the floor. So when you're able to use the bench, you're able to get that same amount of band tension that you would be using with a regular bench. Just now, it's that floor press range of motion. So, you know, I mean, that's the kind of level of detail they're getting into here with the equipment and with everything, and you know, that's why this place is what it is, man.
They are thinking about everything.
Everything. Yep.
And we have a big van here.
That's right. Yeah, so this is used for the a lot of like reverse banded stuff. So like using the future method, as Louie will call it, you know, where those bands are assisting you off the floor.
How does he call it? The future?
Yeah, the future method. Basic or lightened method. Is what I've heard.
The reverse band.
Yeah, reverse band. It's just
yes,
reverse
but
bands.
okay,
Yep,
I didn't
just
know
reverse
that
bands.
He called it that way.
And so, you know, this barbell literally duct taped to the top of the rack is able to do that.
You know what I really love is you see how much weight this, or how much time this sport existed already.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. It's like, I mean, it's like for a museum. You know, this looks like
Absolutely.
of an old ship wreck.
Yeah.
Down from the sea.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that it's from that. Everything in here, if it's not working to get the guys stronger, get the guys better, it's out.
It's out.
It does not stay in the gym.
Yes. If it works, it stays forever.
Exactly. Yep. Every piece that you see in here is being used in some way to get these guys stronger. I mean, that's what it's all about.
We just have to talk again about this machine here.
Oh yeah.
So, and this big pile of chains and kettlebells.
That's right. Got all the bands over here, obviously,
and
you know, those being important piece of Westside.
These are good bands because they look like they get used
I think they rotate
regularly, huh?
Yeah, new ones in are like every year, I think, is when they like kind of will start switching them out and all that.
Just once a year.
I think that's how long they've been able to make them last so far.
Where do we have those bands from, man? This is really good.
Yeah. I mean, they work with a company that like, so Westside's like making their own bands and all that stuff.
We have here a standing chest press machine, huh? And we already talked about this. We have this in our gym, a little bit smaller and older.
Yeah.
But this is the second time I see a machine like this. The second time. I never saw it like this. And this actually feels great, you know. Let's have a look at this kind of equipment. Sure. This is the plyo swing.
Plyo swing, yep. So this machine is going to be basically used for training plyometric stimulus with you know, very little joint impact compared to like a box jump, broad jump, that sort of deal. You know, it's able to attach bands to the bottom, plate loaded in the back. Can also be used for you know, like a leg press.
They are super wide stance here, huh?
Absolutely, yep, yeah. Obviously, like, you know, use every stance that you can.
This is great.
Yeah, from there, you know, with the band tension, you're able to do some really high rep sets, sort of get blood pumping into those soft tissue, and that's you know, that's a fantastic stimulus as well. Calf raises, that kind of deal. You know, all around, like one of the most bang for your buck machines in terms of lower body training here.
This is great. I heard in the DDR, you know, back in the day of communism, they sell books and they had some of those machines in the books, you know.
Oh yeah,
really.
I wouldn't doubt that that's where Louie, the man himself, got some of those ideas.
Some ideas like this, huh?
Reads that stuff like crazy.
But this is another cool stuff, huh?
Exactly, yeah. So this is the athletic training platform. Again, you know, like the title, fantastic for training athletes. If you were to hop in there, you know, you're able to get 360 degrees of motion. You're able to attach bands to it, weight, all of, you know, without adding undue pressure on the spine. This is great at tractioning the low back out as well. You know, you've got the adjustable pins here, so you're able to, you know, get your deadlifts, get your squats in on this machine. As you can see here, marching. Here, go ahead and shoot forward.
Oh, he's like.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. So you're able to.
I don't squat now because of my microphones.
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, the lateral walking is huge for hip development, glutes.
You can do everything, huh?
Yeah, working, you know, that, you know, explosive movements on here as well. You're also able to do jumps on it.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you just put some small boxes up there,
yes.
You can add a ton of weight on the hips and jump up onto those.
The cool thing is, you showed me before that there's also kind of custom made squat or circle squat adjustments right here.
Exactly. Yeah. So you know, you're gonna be able to walk forward,
take the bar,
take a bar out, and then you know get your squats. You know, something cool that we've done with fighters is they'll you know have the band bell bar, the bamboo bar there, unrack it in a zercher, and they'll do their marches with that hanging weight. Yeah. And I mean, so you're just frying your trunk, but you're putting, you know, extra weight on your legs that they can handle. So it's, you know, you're really able to like double dip with, you know, some good stimulus there.
You also have for different height of the people, you have different, you know, lockout mechanisms.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, anyone's going to be able to use this. This is one of the most versatile pieces of equipment. You can attach, you know, row handles, all that kind of stuff from the lat pull down. So, you know, bent rows on this thing is another fantastic thing to do with your hips loaded, or, you know, just attaching it and using that, you know, as well. Triceps, you know, there's really no limit to, you know, your imagination with this thing. It's a fantastic, fantastic machine.
You told me that if you would get one equipment out of here, it would be this one.
Oh, 100%, 100%, no doubt. There's nothing you can't do on that. So yeah, then we'll hop over here to the inverse curl.
You said that you figured out that your hamstrings are a little bit weak in the bottom position of the deadlift.
Yes. Yep.
So what do you do against that?
Yeah. So I mean, first things first. When it comes time to hit these, you know you're gonna have some serious hamstring from the back of your knee up into where it attaches in your glute. So yeah, the inverse curl.
Inverse curl. Everything that sounds like curl is good, right?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. And this, you know, is going to get those leg biceps really, really going. Like he's doing here, you know, going all the way to the ground, squeezing through. That's driving a ton of, you know, power into your hamstrings with that movement, the counter weight. So, you know, given that, like, I'm weak off the floor in my deadlift, excuse me, I know that if I'm improving my inverse curl, I'm likely going to start breaking the ground a lot better on the deadlifts. And you know, this is like the machine to kind of, you know, develop those and you know, also assess, you know, just how weak or strong your hamstrings really are.
You want this one, but you need this one.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would 100% agree with that. 100%.
Let's get on the most important machine for me.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
For myself.
Let's do it. Yeah.
What do we have here?
Yeah, so this is the MR19, Maximal Recruiter 19. This piece of equipment is essentially like squatting in reverse. It's going to develop your hips so as your hamstrings. You know, it's got all different angles. It's, again, you know, like everything, got the band attachment capabilities. Yeah, go ahead and show it off. One cool thing about this is at the bottom, it's going to be able to lengthen your psoas, which, you know, for people with low back pain is
oh yeah,
a massive
relief a little bit, huh?
You know, yeah, thing to do for relief there. So yeah, this is, you know, the newest piece of equipment from Westside right now, and also one of the you know, one of the best.
It really works.
I mean, everybody's doing such row for bench and lats for bench, and nobody's doing leg pulls.
That's right.
For, just the opposite of the squat. The opposite of the movement.
Exactly.
Antagonistic movements.
Perfect. Well, years ago, you know, like your grandpa, he and it's not the right way. You push, pull,
yeah.
Right? Bench, you know, press, row, press, row.
Nobody's doing just, you know.
No, there's no basics. I know a lot of fighters that
you don't have to think about the muscles you're training. It's just the opposite movement. Yeah,
that's the opposite.
Yeah. Right. That's great. This was an experience. Man.
Yeah, that's why everything's got a reason.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, when you're kind of injured, you feel in the second to do something that it's good for you.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's not many things that'll do that, right? But I would say, you know, with your hip injury, this would be a good way to train it.
But you said that Lou had some back troubles, and he invented kind of the reverse hyper, and this is perhaps the original one, huh?
Yeah, yeah. This is definitely going to be one of the first models here. It's got 400 pounds
fixed.
Fixed.
So they are welded on the machine.
Yes, yeah, and this is the you know, the chain here.
Yes.
You know, this is one of the you know, the original pieces of equipment that Westside started developing.
I did that for the reverse hyper exercise. And what I thought was, because I used to do heavy back raises, you know, you hook your feet, you know, raise your body. Well, I couldn't begin to put pressure on my ankles to raise my torso. I couldn't even begin to do it. Well, I thought, well, what if I did it in reverse? That's why it's called reverse hyper. Okay. So I laid on the platform in the power rack, raised my feet back and forth, and that's how I started it. Okay.
And now they have different ones.
Exactly, huh? Yeah, and we got tons of different ones here. As you can see with this one, this is the dual pendulum. You got you know, one side sort of moving independent of the other, so it's great for single leg work. You got the bent pendulum here, which is going to provide a lot more range of motion at the bottom, really traction out your lower back, good for restorative work and strengthening as well. And then you've got sort of the
dynamic one, huh?
Yeah, Ultra Supreme. Right here. This is the you know, very standard model with the strap there. You know, again, all three of these are going to be a different stimulus, but all three of them are going to, you know, sort of have the same effect of strengthening glutes, hamstrings, low back. You know, at the same time getting that traction for the low back that, you know, a lot of these power athletes need, a lot of people need in general.
Yes.
Just strengthening those erectors and, you know, getting some relief out of that.
What I wanted to add that we both figured out that we have the same shoes.
That's right, yeah. We got the Vivo barefoot connection here.
Which is strange because I thought they only sell it in Europe, but they also sell it in...
Well, they're making a big name here in the US.
Okay. Powerlifting shoes, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Flat sole shoe.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, oh yeah, this back there.
Yeah, this is the hip ab.
Can you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is gonna train, you know, lower abdomen extremely well. Again, another one of those tools that's gonna assess one of those, you know, the muscles that are integral for developing, you know, the powerlifting movements. So you're here, shooting your hips through, toes up. That's gonna work your low ab.
It's again kind of movement your hips will love.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like all the powerlifters, there's a ton of extension, but nothing in flexion. You know, normally everybody, 20 years ago or 30 years ago, everybody was teaching that you shouldn't train your hip flexor because they're so dominant or something like shit like that. Exactly. But the difference is the case.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, hey man, any weak muscle is going to be the one that's holding you back. So you know, yes. don't leave anything. You know,
if you don't train it, it doesn't get stronger.
Exactly. You know, we got a standing leg curl from the Westside Barbell again. You can attach bands to it, just like with this thing. You know, plate loaded. Again, like a great machine for that starting position of the deadlift, which, I mean, as you can see, you're like standing in it right now, and then, you know, this is really going to pump your hamstrings up. Yeah, so this is a self-propelled treadmill. Westside doesn't actually make this, but this is, you know, massive for people looking to go like really long duration with the, you know, sled type movements. So you can, you know, attach the
bands. Oh man, and your hips.
You start pushing through, and
oh fuck. So you have to push it.
Yeah,
much harder than a normal treadmill, right?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So it's more than sled work.
Yeah, exactly. So this is going to be, you know, mimic sort of sled work again. Just the unique stimulus there with that. Yeah, and that's you know, that's the equipment.
Thank you very much, man. I have to tell the audience that we just did it the second time, and I really appreciate that you did this without, and they took your time, because our microphones didn't work the first time.
Happy to do it. Yeah, just glad you guys are here.
So glad that you did it. And thank you very much.
Of course, man. Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. For sure.
I want to live in my goal. I ask people all the time, who lives at the Shaolin Temple? Don't know, huh?
Yeah.
No. that's just it.
Okay.
And see, to me, I live down there as my little, that's my Shaolin temple.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.